What's up, everybody? It's your boy Stevie the Black, STEVEE, the Black. I'm back, and I'm here to give you my SummerSlam 2020 predictions video. So, without wasting any more time, let's get straight into it. So, the first match we're going to talk about is the Street Profits taking on Andrade and Angel Garza for the Raw Tag Team Championships. I'm gonna have to go with Andrade and Angel Garza. Um, See, before I explain why, you should know that there is a pay per view literally the following week after SummerSlam, Payback, right? So I don't know. So obviously that's gonna work its way into SummerSlam. I don't know what exactly, you know, which matches are gonna play into that show, but I could see these being one of those two matches because as we find out this past week on Raw, uh, uh, what was his name? Montez Ford. It was real that he actually was poisoned by Zelina Vega. So maybe Montez Ford's wife will be at ringside. Bianca Belair, maybe she'll be at ringside. So she could come into a factor to the match or not, but I just have a feeling that Angel and Andrade are going to walk away as the new tag team champions. Next up, we have MVP taking on Apollo Crews for the United States Championship. Uh, Lashley and Shelton Benjamin are barred from ringside. Um, I'm gonna have my initial reaction was MVP is gonna win this, but again, because Payback is the next week, I'm thinking maybe uh, Apollo Crews retains, and then the next week he'll face Bobby Lashley, and then Bobby Lashley will beat him for the United States Championship. That's what I'm thinking it's gonna happen. So you know what? That's my prediction of what's gonna happen. It's very strange with WWE having pay per view the week after this SummerSlam. You know, it really throws everything into a weird effect. So, um, yeah. Next up, we have Dominic taking on Seth Rollins in a street fight. This will be Dominic's first official WWE match. I'm pretty interested to see how it goes. Ray is going to be in his son's corner. And I'm actually going to pick Dominic to win. The reason being is because they can start this little story. Because you know eventually they're going to do Dominic versus Ray. And it's probably going to happen in WrestleMania. WWE could start this storyline where Dominic, he's winning his matches, but he's only winning them because of his dad. His dad's coming to help him, and Dominic is going to want to have to try and prove, might even turn heel on his dad, that no, I can do this without you, Dad. I don't need your help. I want to forge my own path, so we can start to see that this Sunday. It is a street fight, so most likely Ray's gonna get involved. Murphy's gonna get involved, so we will see. But I'm picking Dominic to win. It said he's also gonna come out in a mask and a new outfit for wrestling outfit. I don't think he needs a mask. I think he looks very good without the mask. No need to put on the mask. I know he probably wants to honor his lucha his heritage and all that stuff. But sometimes, bro, you see how you look, bro. I'm not trying to do John Cena, but I'm just saying you look good, bro. You don't need to put on no mask. Next up, we have Sasha Banks taking on Asuka for the Raw Women's Championship. I'm actually picking Asuka for this, and the reason is because Bayley's taking on Asuka first for her SmackDown Women's Championship, and I just don't see Bayley losing the title. I think Sasha's probably gonna figure out some way to help her win and retain her title, but Bayley won't do the same thing for uh, uh, Sasha, which will cause tension between the two of them and continue them on their down road spiral and eventual separation. So that's my thing. And plus, it doesn't make sense, but it would be nice to see. it would be nice to see Asuka win both belts, but I don't think that's gonna happen. So I got Asuka uh, beating Sasha Banks, but she will lose to Bayley because of Sasha Banks. So that's how I see that playing out. Next up, we got Sonya Deville taking on Mandy Rose, which was originally a hair versus hair match, which I was going to pick Mandy Rose to win that because nobody wants to see a bald Mandy Rose. But then they changed it to a no disqualification match, loser leaves WWE match. And I'm gonna have to go with Sonya Deville. I mean, since she's turned heel, she's been incredible. She's cut a great promo. She hasn't wrestled all that much, so that's still something that we need to see. But I guess we'll find out this Sunday how good she really is. Then again, she is going against Mandy Rose. I don't know, but I just feel like Mandy Rose is. If anyone's gonna leave, it's probably Mandy Rose. I'd be shocked if she won. But yeah, I'm just gonna have to go. I just feel it. Sometimes you just feel something. I could be wrong, but I feel like Mandy Rose is gonna lose, and Sonya Deville is gonna stick around and stay because she's been, like I said, she's been great since the heel turn, and I'm interested to see what more she can do. I mean, so. Plus, if she leaves, that means her and Otis's story is over, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing because we've all enjoyed Otis and Mandy, but if she leaves, then that just means Otis goes back to being part of Heavy Machinery, and he is supposed to be Mr. Money in the Bank, but I don't know if WWE forgot that or what because we haven't seen him with the briefcase in like a hot minute, so I don't know. Maybe it is a good thing. Sometimes a woman can just distract you, bro. I wouldn't know nothing about that, but next up, we have Braun Strowman taking on The Fiend for the Universal Championship. I'm going to have to go with The Fiend, although I would not be mad if Braun won. Because as the story goes, everybody who faces The Fiend always change, right? They have an encounter with him and they change, Braun has embraced his inner monster and, he's been on a path. But clearly Alexa Bliss is going to work her way into the match. She's probably going to end up costing Braun Strowman the match. Maybe even turning and becoming officially Sister Abigail. I don't know. But she's going to work her way into this match somehow. And she's going to end up costing Braun Strowman. Because in the end, even though Braun Strowman says he doesn't care about Alexa Bliss, we all know that's a lie and he does. But Alexa will have been so hurt, or maybe the Fiend touched her or something like that. It revealed who she truly was. I don't know. Maybe we might even see Nikki Cross try and talk her with Alexa down, but it just won't be enough. And maybe we could even have a mixed tag team match at Payback with Braun and Nikki against Alexa. I don't think the Fiend, probably Bray. But it'll be definitely interesting. But I think the Fiend's going to win and he's going to regain the Universal Championship. Which is sad to say because I've enjoyed Braun as he's become the new monster that he's become. But, it is what it is. And then finally, we got Drew McIntyre taking on Randy Orton for the WWE Championship. I got to say, since Randy Orton has come back to being a legend killer, he has definitely been more interesting and more fun. I've probably said this before. I missed his original run as the legend killer. Thank gosh for the WWE Network so I can watch his original run. But I'm thinking, well, wait a minute. He's legend. He's taking out Edge, Christian, Big Show, Shawn Michaels, Ric Flair. I'm like, it's not a whole lot of legends he can take out. I was thinking Undertaker, but he retired, and then there's John Cena, but nobody really wants to see that because he's a legend. I'm thinking, so I guess the logical choice would be Drew McIntyre. He's not a legend, but so I'm gonna pick Randy Orton to win. He's just on an all-time high right now. I understand Drew McIntyre is on an all-time high, great trajectory right now as well. And you can say, well, Randy doesn't need the belt, and that's true. He doesn't. But I mean, sometimes you got to strike while the iron's hot. And Drew, I like Drew, and he can get back to that mountain. But I think what I've been reading is how WWE plans on having Edge come back around Royal Rumble time if he's good to go and challenge Randy Orton for the WWE title at WrestleMania. And if that's the case, then he's obviously going to need the WWE title unless he wins it closer to the Rumble. So I'm going to pick Randy. Yeah, I mean, he can become WWE champion, and John can still come back and try to become a 17-time, and Randy could beat him and all that stuff like that. Because, like I said, if he's still the legend killer, he's got to beat some legends, and who else is left? You gonna have Bret Hart come back? I mean, I don't know. Like, who else is he gonna punt? Maybe he's gonna beat up Hulk Hogan? I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Randy Orton on this. It's the same too because I've really enjoyed Drew McIntyre in his WWE reign. Um, it's just a shame that it happened during this pandemic because he probably would have benefited even more from this, from the fans being there and everything like that. But it is what it is. So that is my SummerSlam predictions. Let me know what you guys think is going to happen in the comment section down below. With that being said, that's pretty much it. So if you're not down with that, just got 2 words for you. Peace out. I will talk to you later. I will see you Sunday for my official review on the next pay-per-view in the Austin Area Review, which is, what was it, Breakdown? Yeah, Breakdown. And then Sunday night for when I review SummerSlam. Till then, peace.